That was a little too easy.
Uh-oh.
Can you see Sun opposite Pluto here? I don't know if you can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So on yesterday, Monday, we had the Sun opposite Pluto, and that was at 12:30 in the morning, Eastern time. And then we had Moon trine Venus. That sounds nice. And then Moon opposite Mercury at 6:38 in the evening, Eastern time. So today, one of the reasons I picked today for the follow-up class is because we got really nice moon aspects. We've got Moon trine Jupiter, so that was at 6:20 in the morning. And then we've got Moon sextile Saturn at 9:46 at night, which is right around when this class ends. And nothing in between as far as the moon goes, or any other major aspects. So what this does is it shows you the major aspects for each day of the week, each day of the year. And then it gives you birthdays and stuff like that. But tracking the moon, I think, is really useful on a lot of levels. So one thing that this tells me is on an emotional level, the moon, so the moon out in the sky, wherever it is at the current moment, it's going to have a gravitational kind of influence on everybody's feelings. Now, how you experience that, and I wrote about this in the workbook, that's going to depend on your natal chart, on your relationship with the moon in general. But by and large, taking everything else out of the picture, I would much rather have class on a day that has positive moon aspects to Jupiter, wisdom, expansion, philosophy, metaphysics, higher learning, Saturn, structure, becoming your own authority, mastery, developing mastery. Then let's just pick another day over here. Let's see. Well, here we go. So if we look down on Sunday, we've got Moon trine Mercury. Okay, that's a nice start in the early morning hours. Then we got Moon square Pluto. Ouch. Moon trine Saturn. Okay, that's nice. But then look at this in the afternoon. If we were doing this on Sunday afternoon, Moon square Sun. So remember, squares tend to be challenging. And then Moon square Mars. So especially because Mars is in Cancer, which is the worst place practically for Mars to be. It says fall sign, and that's in your rulerships table from the first handout. And then we've got, and so Mars, anger, aggression, right? So if we look at these aspects, starting with Pluto, we've got Moon, our emotions, bumping up against Pluto, Lord of the underworld, our shame, our fear, our obsessiveness, the deep hidden things in life. And again, moon aspects are mercifully short, mercifully because there are pretty much always moon aspects going on. So the moon makes a lot of aspects, aspects everything as it goes through the zodiac circle every month. But Moon square Pluto, that's going to be probably a challenging time in some way. And then we get Moon square Sun. So that's, as you can see here, it's the last quarter square moon. So the moon and Saturn, both the planets of manifestation, are both on just around a cycle of 29. So 29 days for one complete lunar phase, 29 years for Saturn to make one complete circle through the zodiac. So every 7 days with the moon, there's going to be either a conjunction, square, opposition, square, back to conjunction. And in the squares, first quarter square and last quarter square. So first quarter square a week after the new moon, last quarter square a week after the full moon, and a week before the next new moon. Those tend to be challenging periods, of a few hours or so, because we've got the moon, our emotional self, kind of going up against the sun, our divinity, the king of the solar system. And then Moon square Mars, aggression, anger, especially Mars down at the bottom of the ocean in Cancer, that's going to be challenging energy, right? And then Moon conjunct Uranus, like spaz out, sudden change, shock, enlightenment. That can be, so none of these, again, we always want to remember it's not really good or bad. But Moon conjunct Uranus sometimes that can work out as just really positive, like sudden burst of insight or enlightenment, and hopefully next Sunday, that's what'll happen after a day of like some pretty challenging moon aspects. So kind of big challenges to our emotional awareness as we go through the day. It'd be great to end with this bing, light bulb goes on. Oh, that's why, at 3:30 in the afternoon when the moon was square the sun, I had this impulse to like just get out of here and like get in my car and drive and never come back. And then that's why at 9 o'clock in the evening, when I didn't get in my car and drive and never come back, my partner and I were like trying to kill each other verbally, like, cause like all this angry words coming out or whatever. And then, when I get to 10:15 or whatever, 10:19 and that moon Uranus conjunction, I might get like, bing, oh, I'm creating all of this within myself, isn't that great? But I might also just have an anxiety attack or just feel like totally crazed, and like start emotionally eating or something. So the Jim Maynard's awesome. Highly encourage you to pick up that or something like it. Llewellyn has some cool stuff as well. Llewellyn Publishing Company, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones that I'm not aware of. But tracking the moon in your, as it goes through the sky is useful on a lot of levels. It's useful if you're in a relationship, because like looking at, Sunday, you could probably guess, especially because the moon will be in Aries and the sun and Mars will be in Cancer. If you are an Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, any of the cardinal signs, you're going to be feeling that. If you're in a relationship with anybody who's Aries, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, they're going to be feeling that. Or if they have ascendant, in one of those signs. Okay, cool. Jamie is on board.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
So I always look at the moon holistically. Like if the moon's in Aquarius, my motto is expect the unexpected. And maybe I'm going to react to that because my moon is in Aries. Maybe I might react to that in kind of like a whatever way, passionate, angry, whatever. But I mean, how do you understand how to apply the relationship to your moon based on what day the moon is in? So the moon is in Aquarius. I'm looking at that as a whole, but how do I understand how that's going to impact my moon in Aries? I mean, do I look at it as, is it squaring it? Is it trining it? Or should I just continue to look at it holistically as that's just what's happening in the world today?
Okay, that is a great question. So yeah, let me break that down into two parts. First part is having an astro planner or time passages or something along those lines, something that enables you to check in easily every day. And I did send you in the follow-up to the last class, I sent you some apps for those of you who are on PC or Android. So I mean, I know some of these are $25, $30, but when you have the money, it's totally worth investing in it because it makes it easy, right? So in my time passages daily horoscope, that's going to show me like what aspects the moon is making to my chart, which is a lot easier than counting degrees. I'd still like you to learn how to, say, so let's look at Stephanie's chart, for example. Microsoft, you can just kiss my booty. Trying to make me pay for this shit twice, man. Okay, let's see. Where is Stephanie? Here. Okay, so your moon's 25 Aries, right?
Let's see. 25 or 23?
It's 25 in the chart that I have. So let me share my screen here.
Yeah, you're right. It's 25.
Okay.